Yo guys, what is going on? Didn't really know what to upload tonight, so I thought let's go ahead, let's make some what would you call it? Like preview cards. Basically, I want to go over with you guys the headliner promo. It's going to be out on Friday. I wanted to give you guys a taste of some cards that I really want to see, and then some cards that fit last year's criteria. Now, there's a certain criteria for these cards, so there's a chance that EA can always change that. Obviously, this year, if you guys haven't seen already, they already had certain like numbers. Yesterday 1 2 3 4, and today they brought wins, so now it says WWW. So there could be a different formula completely on how this works this year. If you guys enjoy the video, drop a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below who you guys want to see in this promo. I've mocked up like 20 concept cards for you guys, and just really quick before we get into it further, just to go over it with you guys, the last year's kind of rule for these. Foot 19 headliners are a curated selection of players who are on an exceptional run of form throughout the season. In addition to qualify for the selection, the player must have had one performance-based inform and must not have an existing dynamic item, team of the year, or base item above 90. So there's a couple cards that I wish I could put in here, but their base item is above 90, so I'm not putting them in here just off last year's criteria. It doesn't mean that it can't happen because EA changed things every freaking day according to what they do. So don't get discouraged if like a Neymar is not in here, but going through showing you guys some players based on last year's criteria that got in. Basically, they're already going to have an inform, and they're not going to have a live card for the most part. I may mess up one or two, but I try my best to get through it. So let's get into it. First of all, a big shout out to FIFA rosters. They actually have all these card designs uploaded and all. So this is not the official card design, but it's close enough. Guys, we're going to start off with Tammy Abraham, and I believe it's pronounced Ducore. Tammy Abraham has 2 informs this year. He doesn't have a live card, and I believe it's a card that would get more upgrades as the year goes on. He has an 84 rated inform, which means his first headliner card would be an 86 because it would be the first inform upgrade. An 84 inform, if you have one, the next inform is an 86. So if Tammy ends up getting another inform this year and he gets this card, he's going to get an 86, and the headliner will go to 87 on that week. He gets the 86. And then we've got Ducore, who has a card that a lot of people use in the beginning of the year. For Watford, he's an 84 inform, so this would be an 86. I think it's a usable Prem center mid. That's why I wanted to include him. But you know, I'm just looking at players that I feel like a lot of people might be interested in or use. Obviously, there's tons of options of players that could get in. Let's keep looking at a couple others. So Luis Alberto seems to be killing it this year. I think he has at least 2 informs. He might actually have 3. I know he's an 84, so he's got an 86, an 87. So he's got 2 informs. So this would be his highest next version. I've included him to diversify the leagues a little bit, but also I feel like, yes, he has 2 informs. He doesn't have a live card. His base is an 84 based on last year's criteria. There's a very big chance that he could land himself into the headliner promo on Friday. Also went with Delaney because Delaney is a player that has a really nice inform and was used for the first like 10 weeks of FIFA. And I think if he was able to get that second inform, people would use him. So I feel like this is a card that would be awesome because with his 86 looking like that, if he does grab that inform, let's say this year, a second inform, and goes to an 86, there's a very likely chance that we have a Bundesliga center mid with Hully Gang stats there in Delaney. So he would probably boost up with that 87 upgrade, hopefully to that 80 shooting mark. So he'd have the 83, 80 shooting, 81 passing, 80 dribbling, 87 defending, and 86 physical. So that's what you can hope for. But I thought I would include Delaney because I feel like Delaney's a little bit of a unique one. And I feel like people kind of forgot about his card almost a little bit. And honestly, he would have a really nice card if he did get one of these. Yes, guys, I'm fully aware that Havertz did get a Footmiss card this year, but he also does have an inform, so he does qualify to get one if EA were to give him one. And it wouldn't be, anything past EA to do something like that, where people that did do the Footmiss are mad because they bring out a headliner. But I think a headliner Havertz would be great. I think it'd be a great card to really root along for. His team of the season last year was one of the best players in FIFA Ultimate Team for people's teams at the end of the year. I mean, everybody was using him. Very, very popular card. So I could see Havertz being a really, really, really nice card to have. I also think Gabriel Jesus is a cool one. I think we definitely want to get a couple city ones depending on how this format works of how these cards upgrade. Jesus has been in a sensational run of form recently. He actually just got an inform. But he's been doing really well recently when Aguero was out. I think Aguero just came back and got a hat trick. But anyways, Jesus has been doing really well. And I think this would be a really, really cool card to have. I think people would really enjoy this one as well, guys. I think this would be a very popular card. I think the last time Jesus had a live card was Path to Glory. maybe 2 years ago, I think. I'm not positive, but I think that's the last time he had one. So, again, Jesus would be an awesome, awesome card to receive. So, guys, technically Lewandowski is eligible for this card because he does have, off last year's criteria, an under 90 rated card. Now, I don't know if they're going to stick by this year. I've already talked about this in the video. I'm not sure if they're going to stick to that. But he could get one based on last year's criteria, and he's had multiple informs this year already. And honestly, he should have just gotten Team of the Year. So I don't see a way where Lewandowski doesn't land himself into this promotion just because he's so much due a card. And hopefully with his continued run of good form that if he was to get this kind of card, this could really help him get a maxed out card at the end of the year. He is going to get a Team of the Season, but this card could continue to upgrade this spring as he gets more informs. Lewandowski is an inform machine, so this is a card that you want to have whether you're a trader or a gameplay guy because this guy is going to continue to upgrade. And he does have a 92 Champions League card right now, so this would be the next highest rated, a 93 Lewandowski. Then we've got Lautaro Martinez, who, in my opinion, 100% deserves this. He does have one performance-based card, I think. He has two informs. He's an inform and a team of the group stage. So he's got two performance-based special cards in FIFA, not just like FUT Birthday or Scream cards, even though we don't have FUT Birthday yet. But Lautaro would be a very good one because he is another person in really good form as well. Him or Lukaku would be great. I think Lautaro is a little bit more usable in FIFA. Lukaku doesn't have very good balance, unfortunately. But we need to get one of those Inter boys in the Headliners promos because these guys are scoring so many goals in real life right now. We need those two. So I wanted to include these two. These two are probably going to be, in my opinion, some of the more likely guys. You'll probably see at least one of these guys on your screen right now, if not both of them, just due to their fact of not their fact. The fact of the matter is that their current run of form has been fantastic. This one might come to be a little bit more surprising to you guys. I know Ben Mendy is probably not like the favorite to get a headliner card, but I do feel like it'd be a nice little competitor to Robertson in the Premier League. There's also Luka Dean as well on Everton. So one of those two I'm expecting to get into the headliner promo. I think that EA will supply another fullback from the Premier League. So Mendy would be a cool one. He just got his first inform the other week. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. So he does have an inform and he is eligible. His base is obviously an 80. He has an 83, which means he would get an 85 as a headliner. But it's good news because, well, he doesn't make the double jump again. If you got an 85 inform for the second, this would go to an 86. But nonetheless, very usable, good-looking card. I think Dries Mertens is going to get into this promo. He's got an inform and a group stage card. I think he's going to get in. I don't know. I just don't really see a way where they skip out on this opportunity because Mertens is a very, very good FIFA player. And he will continue to get better as the year goes on because his card will just only get better. And he's a guy that really fits the meta this year with the being like very small, responsive dribbling, good, that kind of vibe. So I would really look forward to seeing a Dries Mertens this year. We'll see if it comes, but this would be a player that I would really, really enjoy to come into FIFA Ultimate Team. So we'll hope that he gets one. A live Dries Mertens would be fun to play around with on the market. So hopefully we get that card as well. We've got Raja Nainggolan and Keylor Navas as the next two. I would love Nainggolan as well. I feel like this would be a guy that he had a ones to watch last year. He's got a decent inform right now. He's got two informs. A lot of people like this center mid 86. So giving him that 87 would make him just that much more popular. I think this is a really, really good idea if you're EA. So please bring this one. I know it's Wednesday, so you guys can watch this video and bring that card. Navas as well. Navas, I think, has 3 informs this year. So I'm going to be shocked if Navas doesn't get in because he's having a fantastic year for PSG, showing that he's one of the top keepers in the world. I hope he does get one as well. I don't know how good Navas is in game, but it doesn't hurt to have a headliner always that's a high-rated card. The reason that I'm bringing that up is last year, Jan Sommer had a headliner card, and a lot of people liked that card because you could use him in SBCs last year because it was like the cheapest. He also went crazy with like just performing so well every week that he went up so much in the market, went down so much. He was just a very usable card, whether it was menus, SBCs, or market trading. So getting one of these goalkeepers is always kind of low-key good. Even though people are like, wow, another goalkeeper, I think it is really a good thing to have in FIFA. So hopefully a guy like Navas can get in as well. Guys, at the moment, we don't really know how this works yet. We don't know if it's going to be off last year's or anything. I'm trying to set the criteria of these players up based on last year's, but, there could be new things this year. A lot of people have been speculating already that maybe if a team wins 4 games in a row that they're going to get an upgrade. In that case, I would love if Leicester City got some because they are winning a lot of games this year. And Ndidi or Ricardo Pereira could be fantastic, really usable cards in foot. And Ndidi has an inform that a lot of people used early on, 50, 60, 70, 80K. Now it's 30. So you can see the interest is definitely fading a little bit on his card, but I think it could be revived if they bring out a headliner card for him. Be a very solid CDM. Not the best agility, but a very solid, just kind of defensive-minded midfielder. And then Ricardo Pereira gives us another option instead of Kyle Walker or Trent in the Premier League for that right-back slot. I think it's a good-looking card. I think Ricardo Pereira's biggest weakness in this game is his lack of strength, which is kind of a funny way to word it. But It'd be a +2 on his 84 because that's how the inform upgrade works. I think it'd be a very great card to have. Also, something to mention, we've got a Bernardo Silva Moments that would link with. And a lot of people are using Portuguese players this year, guys. A lot of people. So it doesn't hurt to have another one of those in the FIFA Ultimate Team game mode. A lot of people have Portuguese teams. There's a lot of usable players from Portugal, so that would definitely help out. Okay, guys, we take a quick little trip over to the La Liga. I think Ramos or Varane is going to get one. I don't know which player is going to get it, but I think Ramos or Varane has a very likely shout to get a headliner card. Either one works for me. Ramos has Varane has the most recent inform, so I was thinking maybe they're going to give it to Ramos. Ramos has a team of the group stage, and he also has a UCL, which doesn't count as performance-based. I think those are not performance-based. I think team of the group stage. So Varane, you could argue, has the 2 informs, so maybe Varane gets over Ramos. Both of them are under 90 rated, so either one works. Nelson Semedo, I really want to get one, and I want him to have a right-back card because I believe he will be so in demand. He has currently a left-back card that holds value at like 120K, but I think this would be a great, great additional player to FIFA Ultimate Team this year. We get a right-back 86 Semedo. He's got an 83 rated card. He's completely eligible and all that. I think this would be a great card to get into FIFA Ultimate Team. I was looking around at players today, and I was like, wow, Nelson Semedo would be a sick one. So hopefully they bring him and up to Portugal. All right, next up, boys, we've got Sterling and Alex Telles. Sterling has an 88 rated gold card. He has a team of the group stage card as well. So he is eligible. Sterling would be a very nice card to get into FIFA Ultimate Team. I think nobody would really complain about a headliner Sterling. That would be a great card to trade with and play with. And then Alex Telles is also on 1 inform this year, and a guy that does play pretty well week in and week out. So this card would have a lot of movement on the market. I think it'd be a great card to trade with, and I think a lot of people would like it. I think that I would really personally enjoy this card coming into Ultimate Team. Gives a little bit of a competition to maybe Mendy or Robertson's Team of the Year with another upgrade. So if Telles ends up getting an 87 inform, this 88 headliner could be a problem. It could be something that people are interested in potentially using. So would love Telles as well. And then, boys, we're going to end it off with 3 more headliner players. I think it's a total of 20 or 21 players that I, kind of picked out to want to have today. We've got Adama Traore, who does have a Scream card, but also an inform, and a very informed player this year. And a lot of fun to watch as well. I think that's a card that people really wanted in FIFA. It's a very FIFA player this year. Very fast, very meta for this game, where it's kind of like run down the wings and cut in, or run down the wings and cross the ball. So Adama's great for that. F2 Tex is, not F2 Tex, sorry, Tex. I keep calling him F2 Tex. Tex is insane with Adama. I don't know if you guys watch his Foot Champions highlights. He's a beast for Tex. So I want that card for the sake of everybody. Timo Werner has a Player of the Month, but he also has 2 informs, so he's playing very well this year. Another great card to trade with, although I think he had one last year, but it doesn't mean he's not going to get one. Him or Royce, I think, could easily slide into this promo. And then I think Wijnaldum's a shout, man. We didn't get a Team of the Year Wijnaldum nominee. We got a nominee, but nothing like moments. You know, he was in the top 20 for players in the world last year, I think, at least in my eyes. So I feel like Wijnaldum is definitely a guy that should be getting this player card, because I think he should have gotten some kind of 90 card in the Team of the Year promo. Not in the starting 11 necessarily, but I would have really liked to see him get some kind of upgraded card. And I know he's a very good card in FIFA, so I think a headliner Wijnaldum is not out of the question either. I think all 3 of these players would be fantastic. And I'm hoping that we get a couple of these players. Guys, hopefully we get some of these players, man. And hopefully I didn't mess up too much in the video. I think I kept it pretty accurate with how I did these. Hopefully we get a couple of these players, because I think every single player I pointed out today has a unique interest and a usefulness in this FIFA. So that's my hope. Now it's up to EA to deliver. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to do more prediction videos, like if we know promos like 4 days ahead of time and you guys want to kind of do these when we have these, because we do, guys, the spring is a big time for promos. We've got basically January to Team of the Season of a lot of promos. So there's going to be a lot of this kind of stuff. We've got Foot Birthday, Future Stars. EA is going to do multiple new promos this year. I'm sure of it. So we'll get some other stuff this year, and I think we could definitely do more of these prediction videos. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you tomorrow morning for some Weekend League rewards, guys. See you then. Peace.